process and for taking the time with me, raising my hand every single time to get to hear with the chipping away to make me clear what I really wanted to ask about this process.
Yeah. Just a gradual releasing of resistance until your question came to point of clarity.
I'm an inventor. I'm a biological engineer. I work in the sciences, and I love the melding of
Can you hear?
That physical world with this knowledge. I have been...
The physical world that is an extension of all of this. An accurate extension.
Yes. I have been extremely successful because I know that everything that I need to know will come to me and pieces fall into place from disparate and unlikely places and amazing things happen time after time after time.
Yes. So you're expectant.
Very much so. And at this point, I'm healthy. My family's healthy. I love what I do. What I do, tinkering with the toys of biology, is when things come together, it is like an orgasm for the soul. It is so wonderful.
And focus with this just a little bit. Orgasm, 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 orgasm,
continually.
Orgasm. Let's have some along the way.
And so many. I have fully realized therapies for anti-drug antibodies, for HIV and AIDS, for malaria, for vaccine improvements. There is a drug treatment going into human trial testing for type 1 diabetes. And of all of these things...
Do the distortions, or you could call them diseases, they give birth to the remedies. But here's our question to you, and then we're interrupting just briefly. They give birth to the remedy. They also give birth to expansion that couldn't have been if the disease had not given birth to the remedy. So it's just not going back and then coming forward and then going back and then coming forward. It's going back and shooting forward, then joining the forward motion, and then a new platform from which to and so that's why there's always going to be a new disease, because it's always going to be on the heels of the new now, but there's always going to be more knowledge of biology.
We leap forward so fast. And in this wonderful arena, this wonderful sandbox that I get to play in, only the most picayune of these things are being developed. And I feel as if I'm in a kitchen. I don't eat chocolate, but I've made the world's best chocolate chip cookies, and there's a horde of hungry people outside the door clamoring for those, and I can't find the doorknob.
It's all right, because the fact that it exists in the vortex means that there is a pathway to it for more to receive it. And you just have to stay in that satisfying knowing in order to be part of that doorway.
And that is my question. I know I'm clear on the basis of what's been said on this cruise.
Just want to stick this in too. Let it be a vibrational becoming, and let that be enough. Find satisfaction with the vibrational becoming. Because if you can find satisfaction with the vibrational becoming, it must burst onto the scene. It cannot. But if you, of all people, are dissatisfied with only the vibrational nature of it, then you hold the bursting of it onto the scene back with your very awareness that it's only vibrational.
And yet it's not only vibration.
What if it's ready, but the world isn't? What if it's ready, but the biology of individuals isn't?
But it is. Everything is in place. It's just a matter of delivery.
It's just a matter of delivery. So let's change that word delivery to another word. It will give you ease. It's a matter of receiving. It's a matter of receptive mode. Because there's no assertion in this universe. And so if it's not being received, it's not because it is not being offered, it's because it's not being received. There's not a vibrational readiness for it to be received, which is only because of a lack of understanding. You said something very important when you first sat down. You said, "Thank you, Abraham, for chipping away at the resistance in this conversation and preparing for me to come to the stage." Are you not doing exactly the same thing?
But
chipping away?
How do I be okay and satisfied knowing that I have the solution?
Because you don't have a choice.
While people are dying.
Because you don't have a choice.
For the lack of that, and all of the
You're
pieces
just going to keep talking,
place.
aren't you? Because you don't have a choice. You've got to find that satisfied place within you for it to move forward. It's got to be enough. It's got to be enough. You cannot be so focused upon the problem that you demand the solution forward. You have to allow the solution forward, which is a soft and gentle focus. And a soft and gentle focus feel with us the power of satisfaction. Satisfaction is the soft and gentle focus. Passion, too much. Ecstasy, too much. Soft and gentle focus of satisfaction opens the doors to everything. I know it's coming. I'm happy we know what we know. I'm thrilled that the ideas have flowed and that other scientists have come along. And while there are obstacles, and always will be, when the desire is strong enough, it doesn't matter what anyone believes. And so it just takes a few focused upon the path of least resistance for those paths to move in such a way that there can be manifestations that cause others to believe. What's stuck in your vibrational craw is your awareness or your thinking that you've pinpointed some of what's holding it back. Government intervention, control of financial markets, people being unwilling to accept. In other words, it's sort of the us against them thing that's present in almost everything that's moving forward. If you can just soften that and let it be all right. Let it be all right, because no one is keeping anything that you want from being. No one is keeping anything that you want from being. There are not forces. There are not politics. No one is keeping anything that you want from being. But your perception of some of what they're doing, and therefore your jacked up vibration, is keeping you from the satisfaction mode that will allow it to all break through. You're so much more powerful than you know. And don't you all want to know that? In other words, doesn't it feel like there's somebody in your way? Isn't it easier to just assume, it's not me in my way, it's someone else in my way, because I mean well. It must be the ones that don't mean so well that are in my way. We're exaggerating this only the slightest little bit for you. But it never is anything else that's in your way. It's only something that you're perceiving, something that you've carried along. Something could have happened 20 years ago and you thought about it 19, 18, 17, 16. So you just keep bringing it forward and you don't even know you've brought it forward until you find a desire that's strong enough to challenge it. It's the desires that are strong enough to challenge your existing beliefs that are in the way that are the breakthroughs, you see. And what you're breaking through is not just into new biological technology. What you're breaking through into is the releasing of resistance, because the desire is finally strong enough to cause you to move past the resistance that you've held. We think this is a really good time for some Juno watching. There is great love here for you.